Keep the cold at bay with our winter warmer recipes.
That's right. Thank you so much, Alana. While talking about comfort food, a real winter warmer heading your way right now from the Espresso Kitchen. Now, we've been getting a lot of requests from you on social media to share some soup recipes. So today we invited Jenny Elenis to make a very special Cypriot soup for us. Now, it's very different from the vegetable-based soups that we are used to. Instead, she'll be using homemade chicken stock, lemon, and eggs. I am super excited to hear what exactly is going to be happening in the kitchen today. Lovely to have you with us, Jenny.
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, I was listening to Abigail saying about comfort food, and with the weather kind of rolling in today in Cape Town, this is a perfect recipe just to kind of get the gastronomic juices going and everything.
When the clouds start rolling over, you can feel the temperatures dropping. This is the only thing that's going to make you feel warm from the inside. Okay, cool. So a very special chicken and lemon soup. What an interesting combination, first of all.
Well, I think it all stems from the fact that everything is the wholesome way to do it. You're not adding anything that's completely made from out of a packet, or you're opening something. So this is all the way that things are traditionally done in the Mediterranean.
Wholesome.
Yeah, and of course you need to make sure that everything's organic.
Okay.
And organic just brings out the flavors and what you're looking for. So in essence, although this is a very long soup to make, it takes a bit of a while to kind of get all the juices stewing together.
You'll reap the benefits
it's worth
afterwards.
it. 100%.
All right, cool. Let's start off with.
Okay, so first of all, what you need to do is take your chicken. You can either use a full chicken, or in this particular point, we're going to have the chicken pieces.
Okay.
You're going to throw it into a pot. The nice thing about it is that everything that we're going to be adding is rough cut. So ladies, don't worry about getting out the grater. Don't worry about being too specific about it. We need it rough. We need everything that's going to go in. So what we have is our rough cut onion. We're looking at a whole onion that's going to go through. We've got a carrot just to give it that extra bit of sweetness to the meal. We've got a full celery. Please make sure that you use the leaves, because those are actually quite the tasty bit of it.
So the full celery with the leaves.
That's it. And we've got our coriander that we're going to throw in. So everything's going to go into a pot. What we then need to do is make sure that we get some water. And this needs to cover the chicken in its entirety. So when you've got everything together, because what's going to happen here is this is going to stew and basically simmer for at least an hour and a half.
Okay.
So we're going to make sure that this is going to be a lovely concoction by the time everything's done.
Brilliant.
We're going to give it a quick stir, make sure that everything's put together. Remember, there's no seasoning at this stage.
Okay,
We
so
want
nothing.
we want to make sure all those lovely juices and everything comes out from the chicken pieces and makes it nice and wholesome.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, put a lid on it, cover it up, and simmer it for at least an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Now, the beauty about that is that what happens is that as the meat is cooking, it slowly starts to fall off the bone, which makes it then easy when we're actually concocting the soup and putting it together in its entirety.
All right. So that's for the stock part.
That's it. So once it's done, an hour and 45 minutes, that's basically in its essence, everything sorted. Then what we're going to do is we're now going to do the rice part of the actual recipe. So you've got to take a saucepan. That's it. Because this is now going to give you a little bit of substance. For those of the viewers that are banting, you may substitute the rice with a bit of cauliflower, but please don't use too much because it's going to dominate the flavour of the soup. So maybe just a handful of the cauliflower just to thicken this up if you want to do it.
All right.
So what we would then do in essence is we would take about 3 or 4 cups of the stock once we've done it, put it into the pot. We're then going to take 1 cup of rice, bring it up to the boil, and actually give it a nice good old stir and make sure that the rice is completely cooked.
Well, this really does sound interesting, and definitely a soup that you want to try at home. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, very easy. SMS the keyword soup to 33728. We'll send you everything you need to know. Right.
Okay, so now we've got the stock's done. We've actually taken the chicken out.
Okay.
We then, in essence, would have taken the chicken pieces. We're going to break it up into this nice, flavoursome, very sweet meat that is actually delicious. This is going to be used for when we're serving the soup in its entirety. When it's done.
Cool. So we're not adding it in just
now. We're not adding it right now. Now, this is the tricky part, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking an egg. For those of you that have ever done the shows and you actually bought your little whisker and you wondered what to use it for, now's the time, guys. So taking it out, we're going to go through, get the egg, and we're actually going to whisk it up.
All right.
So we need to make sure that the egg gets a nice foam and a froth, because at the end of the day, when we're adding all of our ingredients together, this has to actually be a nice substance at the end of the day.
All right, Jenny, we need to get a move on quickly. So we just need to finish off this recipe. Just tell us exactly how we get to the end product.
So bottom line, what you do is once you've done the egg and it's got all the froth, you gently add in your lemon juice. Make sure that you do it quite slowly, because again, we don't want the eggs to curdle in essence. We are then going to do our flavouring. This is the point that we do it.
Salt and pepper.
So we do the salt, we throw in our pepper, we're going to then give it a quick whisk.
But and the keyword, once again, soup to 33728.
Perfect.
All right.
At the end of the day, what we then do is once this is nicely frothed up and got everything together, make sure, guys, that your soup is completely cool.
Okay.
Because again, if you're going to be adding your egg into that, we don't want it to have scrambled egg.
Okay, cool.
Then what we'll do in essence is we put everything together.
You can see it. Look at that.
So it'll come out. We can see the froth that we would have got at the end of the day, all that nice juicy meat, and of course all the vegetables that have got the flavours in the actual bowl.
And then you just add the rest of the ingredients in there.
Now, of course, we plate. So what you'll do is you'll take your bowl, put your little bit of meat at the bottom just to make sure that you've got enough of that protein that's going through. We're then going to do the ladling, make sure that we've got our soup that's all together. Looks all nice and thick and
look
creamy.
Look at that, very, very interesting. You keep dishing there, that keyword once again, soup to 33728. That's soup to 33728. You can also find the recipe on our website, expressoshow.com. And that's pretty much it. After that?
That's it. All we do is put a little bit of lemon, because some of you might want a little bit more of the citrus in it, just to decorate it at the top. We're then going to sprinkle a little bit of a couple of the coriander leaves around it. And guys, there is your absolutely organic Avgolemeno soup.
Thank you so much. It's a process, but it's well worth it. That keyword soup to 33728. We'll be back after these.